All praises are to Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the most beneficent, the most merciful, Master of the Day of Judgment. It is only Ye we worship, O Allah, and it is only from Ye we ask assistance.
Now, you may be familiar with these words, blessed are the peacemakers. Tonight, we will be recognizing some great individuals in our community who have served above and beyond their routine professional responsibilities by building bridges, by advocating peace, advocating understanding, and coexistence. It is because of their efforts that we have such a vibrant, diverse community.
I want to thank you all for joining us here this evening. Definitely want to thank all of our guests here tonight. This event is really for you to get an understanding of what our community is about, what are some of the institutions in our community, and to thank you for being partners with us, being great partners with us over this past year and several years.
And it's my honor tonight to introduce our first honoree of this evening. She is a distinguished community leader who has served as an associate minister at Church by the Sea. Her passion for intercultural understanding stems from her background as a child of immigrants. She is a founding director and president of Americans for Immigrant Justice and an active member of MCCJ's Interfaith Clergy Dialogue team. Please join me in welcoming Reverend Priscilla Felsky-Whitehead.
We are all inspired to remember that in this world that continues to need desperately bridge builders and growing understanding from diverse people, that has not changed since the beginning of time, that we all have a place where we are, one by one by one, sometimes more dramatic actions and so on, but for the most part, changing the world in that one little place where we are. And so I'm grateful that you can affirm those efforts, as simple as they might be, because we can all do that and be part of it. And thank you all for providing the context for that and for being partners with me in whatever way that's been possible and will continue to be in this community.
I have the distinct privilege and honor to introduce Eugene K. Pettis. Mr. Pettis is an attorney, so don't hold that against him. But Eugene currently is the co-founder of a law firm called Halixer, Pettis, and Schwam. His extensive civil trial practice experience since 1985 in the areas of medical malpractice, personal injury, commercial litigation, professional liability, and employment law. And as if that wasn't enough, in 2013, he was sworn in as the first African-American president of the Florida Bar. So at this time, please give a big round of applause for Eugene Pettis.
And I was very proud when I established the Leadership Academy and came to the Muslim Bar Association and asked Karim to please make sure we had applicants in there. And we had applicants from all around this state and representatives of this community, because there's one thing that I am absolutely certain of. We are a better people when we stand as one. There is no doubt in my mind. There's no doubt in my mind, and a lot of what you see, I see, we all see, really is born out of ignorance, out of lack of knowledge. And when we come together to understand each other's culture, it's an enriching process. We learn so much. And being bar president for 1 year is not enough. We have to make sure that we continue all of the efforts that we did over the last couple of years to truly change this state and to change this country.
Our next award recipient is from Political Arena. I'll be honest with you, I always have reservations for the politicians. There have been only a few politicians that have impressed me, and Joe is one of them. He has done a lot for the South Florida community, but most importantly, he is genuine and he speaks from his heart. For his building bridge efforts toward his constituency, and especially with South Florida Muslim community, Cosmos is honored to present this award for community services. Ladies and gentlemen, with great pleasure and our honor, our friend Joe Garcia.
Because I think when people get to know each other, when they work together, when they share their experiences, and in my case, with the great benefit that I had with my friends in the Muslim community, the openness that they received me made a huge impact in our effort and allowed us to make a difference, I hope, in how you're perceived in the community. But thank you for what you do in South Florida, and thank you very much for the song.
But we do have some breaking news of sorts, a special announcement for you this evening. It's about a great gift in the peace effort.
And so I'm pleased to announce that we're launching an initiative to establish the Center for Muslim World Studies. And this new center will explore the diversity and the complexity of Islam worldwide, and it'll also highlight the interconnections between Islam and globalization. And there's going to be three main areas that we've established that we would like to study: the global Muslim diaspora, interfaith, as well as intersectarian dialogue, and then also Islam and the human security. So I think this very important project exemplifies the kind of world-class, world-changing initiatives that makes Florida International University, as the public research university here in South Florida, a leader in creating a new breed of global citizens for our local and our global community.
I would hope that each of us would do our part to fulfill the promise of our own community and our own country, to rededicate ourselves to a climate and culture where we are genuine neighbors in the best sense of the word, eager to understand one another, and that you and I would help make what FIU envisions the vision for each and all of us. It is in that spirit that I wish for everyone peace, shalom, salam. Thank you.
The keynote speaker today, he is a CEO for History Miami Museum. Mr. Ortiz, as a business leader, he led Bank United, the SunTrust company. He chaired Greater Miami Chamber of Commerce. After a successful business career, he devoted himself to art, culture, and civic work. He co-chaired the United Way fundraising campaign. And I'm sure we can ask him that after he saw the UHI Community Care Clinic, maybe United Way can join with us to help in our work. It is my great honor to ask Mr. Ortiz to be tonight's keynote speaker.
And you see, for 40 years I was a banker, and in the day-to-day work of a banker, your focus is the next deal, the next closing, how do we structure the next credit. I suspect the attorneys in town are worried about your next trial, your next case, your next contract, the doctors, your next patient, the business owners, your next client, your next opportunity. And as we're building this great community that we call Miami, we are so busy making history that we never take the time to reflect on what we're doing in a very, very young community, a little bit over 100 years old. In comparison to other cities in the world, we're not even babies, we're infants. And we're making a lot of history. So you have to ask yourself, what is it about us that makes us so resilient? I would humbly tell you that if you go back well over 100 years, it's the ability of this young community to assimilate different cultures, different races, different religions, and create that beautiful quilt that we call Miami. I commend the Cosmos for the great work you do. I commend FIU for your center that you're starting, and I thank you so much for your time.
And if we want to turn this bleak picture for a bright and rosy future, the only way to go is production of knowledge. Production of knowledge about and for Muslims. FIU has embarked on this great initiative, and I will urge all you community leaders to give your very best. As Mr. Lawrence said, that not too long ago, just about a millennia ago, Muslim, Jewish, and Christian intellectuals and scholars crafted a golden era. It's our opportunity to reproduce that golden era in this country, in this society. And I would hope that you will give your very best.
I hope you've enjoyed this evening of appreciation for peace and leadership in our diverse South Florida community. I know I have.